I knew he wouldn't fit from his outfit. Knew he wasn't about shit but the cow shit. See y'all loud shit, the festa. Should've whooped his ass last semester like a molester. Now we in the spot, motherfuckers coming to arrest us. It's him, homie, he them, homie. He gon' tell these pigs where we been, homie. Tender as a tenderoni, only phony motherfucker give us testimony against the big homie. In front of Judge Ito, when he hit the pen, send a torpedo. Leave him on the floor, cuz he can bury 4 of us if he hit the court buzz. How many niggas gon' tell? Get you an early release out of jail.
The main nigga talking about he never tell. Now we flossing in the hood, leaving a paper trail. Lying ass nigga going straight to hell. First time I heard about this shit, I ain't take it well. Nigga in the hood telling everybody. Baby mama in a brand new Maserati. Told the side nigga she was fucking with. Funky dog head, nuttin' ass bitch. Not a word out. The feds knocking at your daddy house. Meeting at the park after dark. Nigga didn't even try and play it smart. Couldn't play his part. Snitch ass nigga got the same heart. Police talking that jail time. It was smoke you would see it and tuck your tail time. Use a bitch. Nigga telling on everybody on the stand. Judge said point him out. That nigga used both hands.
How many niggas gon' tell? To get you an early release out of jail.
4 smirkish niggas in a stoley. About to pull a lick with 30-round clips. If it's the back door, they homie. But he got ring cameras and arsenal like the army. One of the smirkish niggas broad told the homie they finna rob to be prepared and stay woke because they coming for your throat. They homie they finna rob got some commas. Told his girlfriend and his kids to go spend the night at her mama's. Turned off the lights and left the TVs on, so it can look like he was home but he was really gone. He can check the surveillance through his phone. Get notifications when it's on. Driver keep bringing up his newborn daughter. The shooter's wondering if he can hold water. Cause his body type is frail. He can't make it in the cell. Like the opposite of his, he gon' tell. Bitch!
How many niggas gon' tell? To get you an early release out of jail. They try to turn you against me, him against you, make us enemies. Then we all through. Now what happened? It's no big mystery. Homeboy, you need to know your history. It's too bad. When we got the crack, you made money off the hood, but did you ever give it back? Used it like poison, brought all your poison. Automatic weapons, make a lot of noise when motherfuckers come through. Straight trying to jump you, trying to check your block. Niggas trying to punk you. You make a lot of money off them junkies, it's a fact. All you gotta do is keep the monkey on their back. The thug life gave us a reason to fight. You get caught in this snitch, you might lose your life. But no matter what you say, no matter what you do, if we all stick together, we can all pull through. How many niggas gon' tell? Say what? How many niggas gon' tell? Damn! How many niggas gon' tell? What you say? How many niggas gon' tell? To get you an early release out of jail.
I hope everybody's doing cool tonight. I know it ain't nobody up in here right now. Probably didn't even know I was going live, but I just randomly hit it, tapped to see what was going on with everybody out there. Hey, what's going on, man? But shit, it's been a while, man. I'm just sitting here watching movies and shit, man. About to get ready to go to sleep, so I ain't gonna be long or anything. But I definitely see a lot of relationships out here that suffer from a lot of shit. And hopefully y'all can hear me. Just let me know if y'all can hear me or not. But right. Oh yeah, I got a movie playing right now, but I'm definitely I definitely wanted to talk about like relationships and how I just see a lot of people getting lesser in relationships, and I feel like when it comes to relationships, you gotta kind of really know what you want before you dive head first into one. And what I've noticed a lot, especially on social media, even in real life, I see a lot of people dealing with shit that they will claim they normally wouldn't deal with, but you can see clearly they're dealing with a lot of shit they didn't want to deal with. I noticed that a lot of people fall into a rut in relationships and they feel like that might be the only person, if you will. And like I said, I've seen it before and I've seen people be on the fucked up end of on a relationship when they really could do better. And when people that you see that have so much potential in relationships, and this is basically just from a outsider looking in, it it makes you just like, damn, like really like you reduced yourself to being with somebody that treats you like shit and walks over you like a doormat. And then you have people out here that are really looking for relationships and really want ready to invest in relationships, with them people get overlooked. No relationship is perfect. None. You're gonna have your problems with relationships all the time. I always endorse and say, not say, but this is the main thing. This is should be a requirement for people that get in relationships is communication. And communication is everything. How's it going, Angie? Angie, baby. Appreciate you being here. And communication really is super duper important. And I mean communication to how you want the relationship to be structured, um, your needs sexually, mentally, uh, spiritually. Are you guys going to be a couple that pray together? Are you guys going to be a couple that cook together? Are you guys going to have traditional roles? Um, all those things. And I noticed that a lot of relationships, one or the other partner is usually afraid to, communicate and say, hey, this is what I like. This is what I like in the bedroom. This is how I want to be talked to. Those things. And if you're ever in a relationship or even a friendship, what's going on, bro? Realist, what's going on, my guy? If you're ever in a relationship and you feel like you're in a predicament, whether you're a man or a woman, you can't express yourself to your partner, that in itself is not a good relationship, and that should be a relationship you definitely should bail out. I've noticed a lot of people typically think that relationships are gonna get better when they're bad and they're just, in the skids and in the gutter. But if it falls apart and it just falls apart immensely, just you have to go. You guys both got to go your own way. This is why I said before that you should always know what you want in a relationship. You should never be afraid to communicate what you want and how you want your relationship to be, depending if you want a relationship, depending on if you want that. Some people might just want a sexual encounter, one night stand, let that be known. But in a relationship, communication is key. and then everything else will follow. Because if you're not communicating with your partner and letting your partner know what you like and what you don't, then that's why a lot of relationships crumble. And I don't know why people get in relationships and they feel like they have to be in them, like the jail or they're in bondage or whatever. Like I'm gonna stick this shit out because maybe this person will uh, change or whatever the case may be. And this is for men and women. You know what I mean? You don't want to ever do any little trickery or anything to manipulate a person in a relationship because then that's not really a relationship. Like you don't want to get pregnant just to keep somebody. You don't want to get a woman pregnant just to be in that woman's life because that's already toxic behavior and that's already going to lead to a road of destruction. You know what I mean? Like you got her pregnant just to keep her around you. Like you didn't really like her, you didn't really have emotions or any type of emotional connection to her. And you see that all the time, especially in the hood. Especially in the hood. You know what I mean? You see a lot of dudes that want to impregnate women and they impregnate them just to keep them around, just so they can be in their lives forever. And then you see a lot of women that, hey, if I have a baby, I could probably keep this guy around. But that's not gonna work. You need to build a solid foundation when you doing relationships. You have to take that shit slow. You have to know who you're dealing with. You have to know what kind of person that person that you're dealing with, their traits, their good traits, their bad traits, all that shit. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't even know people's full names, and they're having babies with them and shit. Then you should never tolerate shit. When you hear people that say, I'm a lot to deal with, or you have to deal with this shit, all that shit, exit that shit, man. Get out of that situation, whether you a man, whether you're a woman, you get the fuck out of that situation. Don't ever settle with dealing. Dealing is the word that you really need to look out for. So if a person is saying, well, you got to deal with that, I'm like this and that, get out of there. Get out of woman or man. Please get out of that. Selena, what's going on, sis? It is. And a lot of people that are unhealed typically try to bring you down and especially that's how a lot of toxic relationships are, you know, created. That's how a lot of toxic relationships start because somebody's usually hurt from the past relationship or some people are unhappy with themselves. So they're like, let me jump in this relationship and fuck their life up. You feel me? Some shit like that. And I see it. Shit, I seen it in real life and I'll be seeing it on YouTube with these YouTube relationships and I think a lot of these relationships can work. I just think a lot of the reason why they don't work is because they're not genuine. A lot of people aren't hopping in these relationships because I want to get to know this person. They're doing it for content. They're doing it maybe because they're bored or whatnot. But if a person has a genuine liking to you and want to get to know you, and they actually want to know what's going on upstairs, I say them are the people that you need to give a shot. Those are the relationships that will turn into relationships, not just a YouTube ship. So be mindful, even in real life. Be mindful for people that aren't really trying to get to know you and know your ticks and know what makes you tick, what makes you think, your likes, your dislikes, all that shit. Even in real life, not just this YouTube shit. You always gotta worry about whether people are using you for money or a sexual object and shit like that, because it can go both ways. Some women are just using men for this, and some women are using men for that, and vice versa, the men using the women for that. So you always gotta be on the lookout for that, and you always should find somebody that wants to get to know you and want to get to know you from the inside out when you're dealing with relationships, because a lot of relationships these days are very what's that, physical based, superficial, just all outside and shit. And I get it, we everybody wants to have a sexual attraction to their partner, men and women. Women want to be attracted to their mate, and men want to be attracted to, their mate. And people want to be satisfied too. But it's things that when you're dealing in a relationship, you gotta understand that it's mental. It's a huge percent mental. Because when you get a connection, excuse me, even with men, you find yourself particularly doing things that you never thought you would do when you have that connection with that woman. And because women are emotional and they can become easily attached with emotions and shit, once you penetrated them emotionally, then you pretty much have that. And if a man, like I said a second ago, if he cares about a woman emotionally and your feelings mentally, he wants to see you do well, he wants to see you mentally healthy, he will move him out for her. He will move him out and for that woman that he views as like, hey, she's worthy of that. That was my phone, y'all. Phone's going off. Got another phone, but um, yeah, you gotta understand that relationships are tough, but they should never be impossible. It should never feel like an impossible um battle. You know what I mean? When your relationship becomes a battle, then there's something wrong with that shit. You don't want to ever be around somebody and it feels like, oh shit, like this shit is it's a battle, it's a war, a war with a tug of war with emotions and shit. You want to have somebody that compliments you. Amina Shalom, Shalom says. You want to have somebody that compliments you and somebody that enhance your mind. Somebody that might you probably normally wouldn't date. You know what I mean? Somebody that you probably wouldn't date out the norm. You know, like you got a real adventurous woman, and then you have a real nerdy man, and then you combine that. You share each other's world for a couple of dates. Take the nerd takes the woman to a convention. The woman takes the nerd to uh, a retreat, a hike, whatever. You know, I find those to be very exciting relationships, and I find those relationships to actually be, just from the outside looking in, when I see relationships that look semi successful, they're usually different. Both partners are usually really different. They're compatible and they're similar, but they're really, really different. They like different things. I've met a man and a woman before that the woman was vegan and the man all he did was eat meat. But he ate some vegetables, but she was vegan. And they got along great outside of that. So I'm just using that as an example. You never know you never know what your lover is gonna look like with your mate or somebody that in your mind who you sketched out. You never know who you're gonna find. And that's what the beauty and the joy is of being on that quest and looking for your mate or your lover, should I say. Make it a fun process. Don't make it feel like a job, you know what I mean? Let it come to you Know your self worth. Know what you want in a mate. Know what you can tolerate, and you let that person know that. If you let them know that from jump, this is what I want. This is what I need, and communicate. You know what I mean? Communicate throughout that process. I think a lot of people expect a lot of things, a lot more than what probably is there. So I think a lot of people find themselves getting, maybe their feelings hurt, or maybe feeling like they invested in something and that shit fell apart. Always make sure that your energy is being reciprocated, man or woman. Always make sure that if you're a man and you're invested in a woman, that she's giving the same energy back, she's kicking it back. So it's always got to be vice versa. Always remember that shit. Don't invest in anybody that ain't gonna invest in you. That's for sure. Because it's not even about wasting time. It's about wasting your energy, and you don't want to be manipulated in this game either. This game of donating. Hold on, right quick.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Well, what's going on with you, bro?
Nah, shit. First things first, I just want to make sure you can hear me because StreamYard been tripping lately. Can you hear me good, bro?
Oh yeah, yeah. I hear you, G. What's up with you, man? It's been a long time.
Yeah, man. Like, you
Long,
see,
long time.
yeah, bro.
Mhm.
Like, you see me the other day, I'm going through old lives and shit. So I'm like, let me pop up on probably one of the only panels that I bothered to ever pop up on. You know what I'm saying? I want to show some love and all that because I know you don't go live that much. You know what I mean?
Man, it feel like it's been forever, bro. I was trying to figure out all the buttons and shit, man.
I'm trying to tell you.
It's been a while, man. I mean, but I just, with relationships, man, I just see
Mm,
so many relationships, man, that could prosper, but it's just always some like weird shit. You know what I mean? Either people expect too much,
right, right.
or you put in too much, and then you get little in return. So it's like, come on, um, we all should know that we want our shit to be reciprocated. If you court a woman, you giving them flowers, you giving candy. What as a man would you would want back in return for you if you doing that, bro?
For me, man, first off, appreciation, of course. Um,
Hmm.
the basic things, which ain't asking for too much. The loyalty, you know what I'm saying? The respect, the courtesy, you know what I mean? Just, yeah, I'm one of them. I'm simple, you know what I'm saying? If I'm doing all that, just give me those few things right there. I feel like that's the most you can ask anybody, you know what I'm saying? Still on, bro?
My
Yo.
bad, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I hear you, bro. My bad. Hold on.
oh,
Check.
I thought it was me. I thought it was me.
No, no, you good, you good. Had to check my typing this shit. Had to get some water, but yeah, definitely we definitely want that energy reciprocated, man.
Hell
That's
yeah.
real. I wouldn't want to. send a bundle of flowers to a woman and she's like, oh shit, that's it. You didn't send me a car, Rolls Royce with him. Like,
Come
that,
on, man. Yeah. They'll
you
do
know?
that. Some anyway. Not all women, just some, but
And it definitely wouldn't be. Everybody got their own standards, and
that's
everybody should have their own standards, and everybody should have their preference when they're dating and know what they want. I'm sure you have it. I have it. You have your turn ons. You have your turn offs.
right, right.
I don't know if you want to share yours, but I know for me, I just don't like loud women. That's
Mm.
just my like just um. What? How can I? What's an example?
Nah, I hear you.
Just on the phone. Hey, girl. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, we gonna go there. Woo, woo. I just. Oh, God, that shit. It. That's my pet peeve, man. I'm really, and I get it. Women are naturally talkers, but I just hate loud women. I'm not. I don't know if it's bad or sexist or whatever. It could be all that. I don't know. I'm not a fan of loud women. I just, oof.
Nah, I concur for sure. Yeah, it's a turn off. I mean, like, so it can always be talked about. You know what I mean? Like, because most men, it's like, see, I'm the type of person, I'm laid back anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who listens to my videos, my volume level don't even get to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Mhm.
when it comes to like arguments and shit like that, and I'm like, it is a like it comes to a certain level of respect too. Because when you get too loud with a person, I'm the type of person I take it as disrespect too. But even if I'm a man, I'm like, you ain't gotta do all that. You hear I'm talking. You could talk just like this. You know what I'm saying? Like the only time I get crazy like that, loud like that, is when I'm on a different type of mode altogether. If it could be talked about, there ain't no reason to be foaming at the mouth, screaming, hollering, carrying on. Neighbors getting in your
Right.
business. Now you got police knocking at the door. You got to turn them around. All that, other shit that come with that. It ain't necessary. So you're right.
I think my volume box was pretty much the same. I think when if my manhood feels like it's been wounded, that's when I do raise my shit. Like if a woman says, you only got one job, you only got two, like that's like the fuck is you talking about, bro? Like I'm working all fucking day. Like, are you serious? I need to work more. Need to work 2 more days and shit. Like, then
That's crazy.
yeah, that's assaulting. That's when we have a problem. But for the most part, yes, I can go in public and I know how to conduct myself. I know how to dress for my age and shit. And I don't see myself getting out of character too much. It takes a lot for that to happen. And I mean a lot. I mean, 'cause you see me on RE shit, and I was letting off on that dude, but he was playing the fucking game. And if he happens to watch this or whatever, it ain't no hard feelings. I ain't no problem with him. But it takes a lot for me to get to that breaking point, especially when I feel like it's like a game being played, even with women, you know. Um, but when it comes to energy, I like cool vibes. And if you ever chilled with a female that has chill vibes and real cool, that's the woman that I'm
Mm-hmm.
attracted. I'm attracted to that type of woman. That's real cool. And I get it. Women, they have the right to be emotional. I give them that. Whatever the fucking reason. I'm not just saying because it's periods or whatever the fucking case would be. I'm not saying that. Women, biologically, it's already been proven they're wired to showcase more emotion, right? So that's understandable. But when it's like we go to public, tantrum tantrums, and oh, I want this shit. Then you gotta be loud with the shit. That's my pet peeve. That's my that's my
I hear
pet
that.
peeve.
I
That's
hear
my
that. You
for
know,
real.
like I say, you know what I mean? It's levels to it. It's a level, it just ain't gotta be all that. Like my energy level is, you know what I mean? Like, nah, man, I need that sanctuary, that peace, even out in public. It's like, you know,
Hmm.
because how that person act, it can reflect on you too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. And it's not just um you right, Selena. You right. It's a lot of emotional men on here. Oh,
Oh
excuse
yeah.
me. It's a lot of emotional males on there. I give you that. They're males. They're not really men because no man should be arguing with women. And I get it. Some of us lose it, and some of us lose our shit. I lost my shit a couple of times. I won't say few, but far in between. You know what I mean? A few, and I caught myself, and it happens. It happens, and when you find yourself losing your shit on social media when you normally are a chill person, that's when you have to pull it back and reevaluate your shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You gotta be like, it's so refreshing to get away from social media for a month or two, and then you can re-tap back into it and just be so refreshed and feel so better. Like I just been watching all y'all shit, chilling, reading books, working, all that shit, and just watching everybody's shit.
Right. Yeah. I think you said this before. I said this before. A couple of people said this. Like anybody who been around like on this app for a few years now, it kind
Mm,
of like used to have like a different vibe to it. Like um every day there's new people that come on the app. So other day I'm thinking of like old times. I'm thinking about times where even I used to come on lives more often. So you see, I started posting like the old joints, you know what I mean? I went in the vault and I started thinking,
mm.
all those times, you know what I'm saying? Just that the app it feel completely different now. And you're right, it's about, like for some people they might unplug, leave the app for a little bit, but for me, because I'm a content creator, what I do, my solution, I just unsub from fools. I ain't got time for that. I unsub from
Yeah,
people. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not here to argue, bro. Like, I think another thing is, man, we can really enjoy each other on this motherfucker, man and women, but we got to put the pettiness and the YouTube competition. You got to put that shit to the side, man. Like that shit. Classic corporations. What up, bro? Appreciate you being there. Yeah, Selena, you are right, sister. You are right. It's a lot of emotional males. Um, and it's just men that the emotional males just need to learn. Relax, chill. You're a man. You should always have your shit in command. You should always be the commander, the pilot of the ship. So you got to come
Mm.
back. Like I said, you see me a few times. I lost it. Hey, we seen it. I can't, you can't hide that shit. But at the same time, I recognize my wrongs and I recognize where I need to improve at and where I need to improve with my patience and be more patient, even with women and men. Because I don't want to just go at men crazy just because you saying some shit I don't like, and I don't want to go at women because you're getting on my nerves and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's about patience as a man. I think patience is the best um, ability or skill that a man can possess. That's in my opinion.
Nah, I agree. I agree. They say patience is
Patience.
a virtue. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Definitely. But
Definitely.
um, when it comes to this app specifically, now so we'll say social media, you know what I'm saying? But to be particular, this app, the half of I realized after being on here for so many years, about 5 years, that the reason the men be doing what they be doing, because I be seeing a lot of emotional men too. Sometimes they be doing shit that even certain females didn't do. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But you know what it comes down to, when you got the views and the donations, you know what I'm saying? That shit play a big part with all this shit, fam. Like people doing shit they wouldn't normally do. Some people probably, you would like if some of their family and girlfriends and wives knew, they know them as the person outside of this, they probably be surprised at some of the shit people do on this
Mhm.
app. It becomes like a sickness, like like a poison and all that. And they get off, they probably go right back to the person they really was. They probably don't do half the shit. So all that shit, you know what I mean? Me and somebody was just talking about this the other day, but it should be an act half the time. But I can't act like that. You know what I'm saying? That's some
Uh,
Academy Award shit right there.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, man, sometimes it do possess you. A couple occasions, even somebody like me, like I said, man, I admit it. But I'm, grown and mature enough to know, like, hey, I gotta step back. I gotta turn this shit off, and I gotta be cool for a couple of months, man, and get back to my Zen shit and
Hmm.
start meditating more. You know what I mean? And just, because a lot of these people, I believe it's half and half. I believe a lot of these people are crazy, but then I believe a lot of these people are acting too. So I believe a lot of these people are doing shit for crowds and money and
Mm-mm.
fame and validation and shit like that. But I do believe the other half is crazy. I believe there's some
Yeah.
people that are Looney Tunes, like it's women letting their children dig through trash cans while you're on live streams and shit like that. What the fuck? Why even go live with that? There's women beating their children on live. Like that shit that
Mm.
like how do you not know you lie? And and I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing, but I'm just saying a lot of people are showcasing their character on this motherfucker and it's sad.
Hmm.
It's sad. Yummy, what's going on, beloved? I try not to take shit. You do gotta have tough skin, classic. You gotta have real tough skin on this motherfucker, man.
Hell
And
yeah.
it's not even just tough skin, man. Like you gotta be at a level where you gotta be mature
Sane.
about shit. Yeah,
You got to be
you
sane on this motherfucker.
yeah, like you can't react to everything, man. Like you can't be like, oh shit, they mentioned my name. Oh shit, they talking about me. Woo woo. But hey, it is what it is. You're not physically harming me and shit like that. Like at some point, you gotta learn how to just let some shit go. You know what I mean? Like I can't fight everybody if you use my name. I can't fight everybody that try to drag my name. Can't do it. You just can't. And at some point, you just gotta pick up your big boy britches and just continue to do your content and concentrate on you. Like I want to do my shit. I'm not here for the crowd. I'm not here for the fame. I'm here to put out my content, and that's it.
That's simple, bro. That's the that's the mindset I put myself in going on about a year now. At first I was on here. And anybody I came across, I told them my story, about situations I was involved in, people that I met, fuck shit. Everybody goes through the ringer when they get on here, but you start finding your way. It came down to two things. Either I was gonna get off this motherfucker or, be an actual content creator. And I was already a fan of what I talk about now. So when I started seeing that my channel was going a certain way, I said, well, I'll just stick with it, end up getting monetized, whatever. Something I was never worried about, but it happened that way. So now my channel ain't on no bullshit. It's just content. Some people, they don't want to take that route, be creative, bring something that they can talk about or they're good at to the table. They would rather be on that poisonous shit. Know what I'm saying? That shit is a choice.
Hey, the word. What's up with you? Salute, family, my brother. Oh man, yeah, hop up, the word, man. Hit that yeah, click that link, man. It's posted up there, man. I would love to get your take. You know what I mean? You another wise brother, man. I think I came across you through Realist and shit. I
Yeah, what
believe.
up, work? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
that's
bro right
a yeah. Sub up to that brother, man. Everybody sub up to everybody in here, man. You
there.
feel me?
Definitely, definitely.
Uh, But energy, man, and being around energy vampires. There's a lot of that on here, and I'm all for entertainment because I love entertainment. You feel me? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing with cracking jokes and all that. But when people start calling jobs and
Hell
losing
no.
lives and shit, people losing their lives and shit over the shit, that's when the shit just become a little unbearable. It's a little too much for me. Just
Just a
leave the
tad.
shit on you. Yeah, I mean, in a major way, in a major way, man. I mean, come on, it's YouTube, man. We all here to have a good time. We want to meet. It's a lot of friendships that can be made on here. Fuck, it's a lot of relationships that start, romantic relationships, and we have a lot of couples now on here.
Right, right.
Unfortunately, some of them don't work out like they're supposed to, but it sucks when it got to be public, so everybody see when it goes down. But energy when it comes to social media, not just YouTube, is very important because you don't want people tapping into your precious energy and your peace and mental stability. Because people try to rattle your shit by saying, "Oh, your shit's boring, this and that." It's like, okay, then just unsub and go your fucking way. Simple.
Simple as that. Simple as one, two, three. You know what I mean? Definitely, man.
Oh, for sure. Word, yeah, for sure, man. I definitely will have your input on shit, man. I don't know where my Moshe is at, man. He usually is around. Um what was I gonna say? Energy is important. Communication is very important when it comes to relationship. Communication is important in life because if you can't communicate to your father, your mother, your cousins, what you're essentially just saying basically you're a baby, you're an infant, you can't talk. You know what I mean? So communication is not only vastly important in relationships, but it's vastly important in every relationship in your life. So communication. If your partners ain't telling you what you're doing wrong, they're not really communicating with you. You still there, bro? Yeah, he probably stepped out for a little bit. But yeah, communication matters, man, across the board. It matters friendships, relationships, all that shit. And I think people would attest to that.
All right, I'm back. My bad, bro.
Oh yeah, no, you good, bro. You good, you good. Anybody want to come out too, man? The link is pinned. I appreciate you, Selena, for dropping everybody's shit. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Working out. Thank you. Very much appreciated.
Definitely. This remind me of old times a little bit, bro. It been that long since I hit a panel. I'm telling you.
Man, it's shit. I haven't fired one of these up in like a month or two, man. I was like, man, shit, I wasn't really doing nothing, man. I'm about to watch a movie, see what people's doing, man. Tap in for a little bit. Yes, community. Yeah, word. That's communication is the greatest tool universally for women and men. And communication is the greatest tool that a man can master. Everybody has these abilities, but men especially because we're wired to think logically. If you read books and shit, I'm saying if you like books, I'm not making this shit up. Men are wired to logically think. I'm not saying women aren't. I'm just saying men will think 2 miles ahead. I'm gonna think shit. Next year I'm gonna have such and such. Woo woo. A woman's like, I need to get my nails done today. What can I do to get money towards these nails today? I'm thinking about 2 years from now. No, I'm not saying all women are like that, but I'm just saying men were wired with something to in us. You know what I mean? And it's dormant in some men. Not all men have it in the
Nah.
beginning. Not all men have it. They, especially these stupid rappers and basketball players, because they're basically going off, just dick energy. They don't think at all. I still don't even know what the fuck a IG model was. I'm fucking. I don't even know what the fuck. I don't have no other social media but YouTube. So you really honestly gotta forgive me. I don't have no other YouTube, no other social media. So whenever you see these rappers and these basketball players impregnating these women that are models, supposedly models, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, did you use your logical side of your brain, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's rappers passing around the same broad. For
Mm-mm-mm.
what? I'm like, it's like a billion women. Why do you want the same one? I mean, it's just logic. Just logic. And some men might have logic, but they don't choose to use it.
They
They don't
don't
want to
put that shit
activate.
to use.
They
Right.
don't put it to use, and they like I said, they're led with dick energy or sexual energy versus logical thinking energy, and that's why so many men are. You heard about that basketball player, right? I had posted up on my wall not too long ago.
I think I did come across it, but I don't think I read too much into it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's typical shit. I mean, I guess the dude got a model pregnant and wanted her to abort it, and this shit that you see with rappers. It just happened to be a young retarded
Oh,
basketball player. Yeah, you got that. It happened with Zion, I believe. Some woman had porn or some shit on him, some
oh,
pornos or some shit, something like
damn.
that. And now he got a porn broad pregnant. And I'm
Oh,
thinking like these dudes is like, man, they kids, bro. They coming out of college. They're like 19, 20 years old, and they just not using their brain.
gambling
They're
with their
not,
opportunities and shit, gambling with their futures. They crazy as hell.
bro. Now they paying child support for 18 years with a woman they don't even know.
That's the sucker part about it for sure, for sure. You know what I mean? You slip up, you know what I mean? But hopefully it don't end up, 9 months later, boom. You know what I mean? But come on, man, that's crazy. Hell no.
It's definitely Queen Curl, man. What's up with you, big homie, man? That's the OG homie, man. You always welcome to hop up, man, and lead your, lend your opinion, man, for the time we up here, man. And I just, I just think that a lot of men these days they not. And then again, I can't speak for that, bro. Like I'm not a billionaire. I'm not 19 anymore. I'm about to be middle aged soon in a few
Right.
more years. You know what I mean? I'm getting older. So I got to think from that perspective of being 21, 22,
That's true.
40, 45 million. Man, I probably would be running through shit. I know that could be contradictory, but I'm just saying because the mind. I believe the mind ain't fully developed. I could be wrong until 25 or 26.
Mm.
So that's the reason why a lot of these dudes are probably getting a lot of these women pregnant out of college and shit really fast. So you typically think dick energy when you're in your 20s, or your early 20s.
Yeah, that's
Um,
about the time, man.
versus now. See, now you think about shit, but if you have 45 million, you're making
Damn.
fucking a hundred million at 22. Fuck,
Shit.
I don't know. I
Acting
don't
a
know.
fool. They be acting a fool with that much money, man. Shit.
They do, and then the rappers be having like 20 kids, bro.
Yeah, they
Shit, 20
bugged out,
kids.
man. They bugged out. Like 45 million mistakes be waiting to happen. For real.
Yeah, man. We just our ability as men to think, and even when it comes to mates, our ability to want to be with a woman that's compatible, and women that wants to be with a man that's compatible. We all want something. You know what I mean? For men, I don't, I can't speak for all the brothers, but some brothers, they want the thick woman, very, endowed and real meek, soft, kind of like what I was saying. But with me, it's another requirement too, though. You gotta have a brain, and I'm gonna test you, and I want to see how that motherfucker work.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards. There you go, bro. The word got it. He's young, man. He's only like 22 years old, I believe, man. He a young buck, man. He a young buck. And the shit that the shit he said in the email, man, he was bad, man. That fool was wicked. He was real bad. He was like, man, just abort that shit and all that shit. I was like, damn, I
Yeah,
don't even know, man.
they got
Hmm.
the technology. I'm just looking at the wall. I went back and started looking at the wall. They got the damn text messages up and all of that. The pregnancy tests, all of that, man. Shit. Come on, man.
Bro, but it's like, who do you feel bad though? Do you feel bad for the woman or the man or both? Do you feel bad for the kid?
If anything, it would be the kid, the unborn kid. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say, he in his 20s. You know what I'm saying? You give a youngin that type of money, like I say, you give him 50 million. That's 50 million mistakes that's possible. And she looked like she could be older than him. I don't know though, but she knew what she
Mm.
was doing for damn sure. I'll say that much.
I believe Zion Williams' baby mama, I believe she was older. I believe she was the porn star, bro. I mean, I don't know the porn star broads' names and shit like that, but I just know she was a porn star broad. That's that's all I know. And he same shit, dude. I think he didn't want, but I think bruh is about to be married, I believe, or has
Mm,
a baby on the way with another broad, and the porn star broad he got pregnant, I believe, some shit like that. So
mm, mm, mm.
he might be having two kids. I don't know.
Man, shit. I get it. Like they some vixens and all that. They tempted and all that. The young mind can't handle all that. You know what I'm saying? They can't handle that, man. They don't know how to turn that away. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, man. I think I will be making similar mistakes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a young me with millions of money. God, the girlfriend was a former stripper and the son. Wow, that was Selena. That was Zion's. That's the Zion situation, right? Because I know Zion was with a woman or about to get married or some shit. And I know Anthony Edwards. I think his shit was just they was just fucking. And she got pregnant. But I think, dude, if you read the shit, she had a lot of or abortion or something like a year or two before, and she said that really, you know, fucked her up mentally. That abortion and shit, and then Anthony
Mhm.
Edwards was like, I really don't give a fuck. I was like, damn, that fool's a monster. Ah, well,
Yeah.
shalom, brother. What's up with you, man? Yeah, Zion, that's a fool, man. I don't know, man. Personally, I'm not gonna say these young dudes are dumb because even a lot of people that the older cats, we were young once too. We were doing dumb shit, and then we don't know
Right.
what it's like to have that kind of money, bro.
Right. That's a
Like
fact. That's a whole fact.
you got access to all that shit, man. So I'm just saying, at the age that I am and living a normal life, just being an average person, you don't just make babies with any kind of woman. You're gonna be real selective on the woman that you mate with.
Mm-mm.
He said he had a chance to do his thing with Pinky. Oh man, Pinky, Pinky been through a lot of shit, man. A
Oh
lot
yeah,
of things been through her.
Pinky been
Oh,
through it all, and it's all been through Pinky. That's a fact.
that's what I'm good. I'm passing on Piggy, man. She got a nice little body on her, but I'm cool off that, man. I'm hard pass with that, man. If you see her story and her explaining how she contracted a lot of her diseases and shit, messing with the women off the track, the women that used to hook and then started doing porn, I was like, "Ugh, I'm good.
Mm-mm.
I'm
And you know
good off
what?
that."
Real quick, real quick, now that we were just speaking about Pinky, I all of a sudden started thinking about this interview she did one time. This is the type of shit that, these porn stars be going through. They be having some crazy shit happen in their life. I remember she said that she told the story where her pops was locked up and she went to go see him.
Hmm.
He actually admitted to her that he gets off on watching her videos, his daughter's videos, but he gets off on watching them, bro.
That shit is sick. I remember that one. I remember that when that shit was sick. I was like, bro,
Like,
I
huh?
don't know, man. There's some sick people in the world, dog. There's some sick people in the world, man. I mean, I was watching this shit on YouTube, man, about a lot of the YouTubers that went crazy and they was documenting their shit as they went crazy. And there was this dude, I think his name was like Alex Blaze or some shit, Alexander Blaze or some shit like that. And this was a dude that got on YouTube at a real young age, and he always was talking about death.
Mm.
And I don't know if you heard about this, but he was always talking about dying and coming back as like a cartoon character and shit like that. And then he ended up documenting his last days at a supermarket that he was going to shoot up, and it was a supermarket that he used to work at. And I just
Mm.
seen that shit today, and I was like, oh my god, dude! Like he seemed very depressed, very mentally ill. He said he was he was a woman trapped inside of a boy's body, all kind of sexually confused shit.
Oh
And
wow.
and then how he decided to shoot up the market that he worked at was to flip a coin. And
Oh,
all this shit is posted on YouTube, bro. Like some of his videos are still posted up, bro. I don't think his channel was there, but yeah, he went to the supermarket and shot everybody up, though. And I have no reason why. I don't even understand why he did it. Just crazy shit, bro. There's mentally ill people out here, man. They don't even know it.
that's terrible. You know what I mean? You just never know, man. I say this constantly. You never know what a man or woman going through behind the scenes. They could smile in your face all day, say what's up, hey, how you doing, all that, but you ain't gonna know what they really going through until some shit go down. You know what I mean?
That's true. And his name is Alexander or Alex Blaze, I believe.
I'm gonna look
I
them
got
up.
his yeah. Y'all look him up, man. If y'all want to check that story out, I'll probably post it on my wall after this shit. And it's just then another video plays after that video. That video with the that big fuck that pizza that kiddo fucker. The big dude, you seen that big black dude, EDMP or some shit, 45 or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember
that
that.
came, yeah, that came on right after, and I was like, man, this big fucking retarded ass dumb motherfucker got caught twice.
Mhm.
He was playing pizza twice with some little ass kid. And I was
Mm-mm.
like, man, your ass need to be in the coffin, bro. I don't know what the fuck wrong with this motherfucker. You could tell something wrong with him. He looks slow as fuck.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't want to judge or criticize, but some people they just give that shit away. You could tell something missing. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I was just like, bruh, two times though, and then you got caught twice. You got caught twice
Mm-hmm.
looking for little kids. I was like, man, fuck,
Mm-mm.
there's some sick motherfuckers, man. There's some real
Listen,
sick motherfuckers on here.
that shit crazy. Don't make no sense, man. And you know what I noticed, right? Like now that we talking about like people who have like platforms and shit like that. Like I was watching this documentary, I think maybe a couple months ago. It's crazy, like how many. It really make you think because you know the internet obviously is accessible to everybody. Anybody can have a platform, even the biggest piece of shit, the worst motherfucker on the planet, right? It's crazy how some of the darkest situations they come from people who actually got platforms, people who don't record it, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like people who are actually known, bro. You know what I mean? So it make you
Bad,
wonder. It really make you wonder.
bad. And it's always and you always get it captured. It's always like on tape. You see how fucked up a lot of these people are and shit. And then people still fuck up with them and shit like that. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like if somebody beating their child on live and shit, slapping their child,
Mm.
doing whatever the fuck, bro, like you need to seek some help, bro. Like for real, you need to seek some mental help.
Oh damn. Oh, that's some shit that happened recently on here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I don't know if she slapped her child or not. I couldn't really hear it, but she was definitely yelling at her child though, because everybody had that shit on replay and was playing it, and I was just like, bro, like
Mm-mm.
get the fuck off this shit, man. This shit really is not that serious, man, to be on like this, man. With your personal life being on
Nah.
display like that, you know what I mean? And you
Mm-mm.
raising a child, you know what I mean, a special needs child that needs more uh, attention and shit like that. You know what I mean? That child needs to be attended to more than another child would. You know what I mean? And I couldn't, for the love of me, understand like if I had a child, let alone a special needs child, I would always be by my child. Fuck that. Fuck you too. I'm taking care of my child. Take each. What's going on with you? Appreciate you being here, man. We're having a lovely discussion right now.
Who that feats?
Yeah, take each.
But you right though, man. Homie in the chat, he said that shit right. It's like, you know, a bunch of alter egos and actors and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never had the urge to pretend to be somebody or exaggerate who I am. You know what I mean? Like I ain't got time for that. It just don't interest me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean,
For what?
when you try to be too many things on here, bro, and you think that in your mind that you some other shit, that's when shit start crumbling. Because this is one of those people that think that everybody's hating on them or some shit like that. But it's like, bro, you really need to tend to your life and tend to your social, your personal shit and get off of social media for a while.
Yeah. It's necessary for some people. It's way more necessary than for others. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, once you like when your personal business, even a snippet, even if it's an audio, once that shit get released on the internet, once it happens, that's it. You ain't living it down. For the rest of your time on that app, that will be the narrative. Oh, that's the person that did such and such. That's the person, you know. Now I've seen people who didn't really understand that type of thing when they got on here. And you know, they had to find out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just yeah, you gotta be careful on this net. This internet it can make you famous and all of that. You know, you can make money, but it shit could break you too at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, definitely for me, man, I try to be an open book. I try to be crystal clear with everybody. And, that's why I always said from the beginning to the end, I'm an average person. You know what I mean? I have to work my job that I work I'm not rich, but I'm okay. You know what I mean? So I try to keep it. I try to
Mhm.
keep it like that.
Yeah, man. Nah, and to answer the question in the chat, nah, I actually don't be trying to act different in front of nobody. You know what I mean? Like I try to be myself at all times. Well, actually, I am myself at all times, but you know, I ain't taking on the whole alter ego and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody is a little bit more different once you start to really get to know them because you didn't know this and that about them at first. Of course, I'm being
But
technical, but you know,
well, that's true. I mean, you never know nobody till you gotta live with them.
that's a fact. That's a whole fact. You know what I mean?
Then you
Like,
like, oh shit, they leave the toilet seat up.
start looking at them different just based off of that. Like, she's well, why you left lashes in my sink? You ain't clean up after yourself. Like, for real, man. Thought you was better than that. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, getting to know somebody, man, and the conversation and communication is very important in this world. Not only for relationships to thrive and expand and evolve, but for other relationships, friendships and family ships and all that shit, man. Communication, everything. You can be a laid back, cool motherfucker, but you still gotta communicate your thoughts to
Mm,
the world. You know what I mean? You can be an aggressive motherfucker, as long as you communicating on why you're an aggressive motherfucker and why you doing the things that you do. You know?
no, that's a fact.
Mhm,
That's a
mhm,
fact,
mhm.
bro. True. Shit.
But definitely, I mean, the relationships, man, they take work. They definitely not. It's not a walk in the park, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Relationships take a lot of work. Communication is like half of it. It's a huge chunk of the pie, piece of the pie, where you get a piece of the pie, but the other percentage is work. You're gonna have to work with that motherfucker. Like you're gonna have to put your work in. Like I see you making reservations for the day, I'm gonna have to make some reservations for a day. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Reciprocation, that's
Yeah,
valuable.
yeah. You know, um, it'd be so much easier being single. You know what I'm saying? Like, but of course, everybody wants somebody that love them and gonna have their back and all of that. Of course, you know what I'm saying. It's just the shit you got to go through sometimes in order to actually acquire that. You know what I mean? The in between shit.
Yeah, hold it down for like 2 minutes, bro. I gotta use the bathroom quick. I'll be back.
All right, homie. Yo, everybody subscribe to Draws and Cocktails, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can find the link. Put that in the chat. Draws and Cocktails, yeah. 2.2. We bringing that back. Yeah, we bringing that back. Hold on, I'll be back.
Lord have mercy. I did a lot in this life, so if I don't survive, Lord have mercy. Oh, mercy, mercy, please, mercy, 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 please, Lord have mercy. Oh, mercy, mercy, please, mercy, mercy, Lord have mercy.
Nah, standing at the crossroads, staring at the cosmos. I'm a product of this gangbang. Where we end up only God knows. Have I glorified the self-hate? I'm just trying to get myself straight. I'm so caught up in this wealth race, cause I know I take an L's taste. Nah, set flame to your soul with us. When in Rome, do what's wrong with us. Pops wasn't in the home with us, so we follow suit and look up to these old niggas. I can tell you how it go, nigga. Like the fire with the flame explode, nigga. Nah, but you gotta be a cold nigga. Hit the yellow brick road, brimstone, nigga.
We were born in sin, we die in sin. Lord have mercy. I did a lot in this life, so if I don't survive, Lord have mercy. Oh, mercy, mercy, please, mercy, 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 please, Lord have mercy. Oh, mercy, mercy, please, mercy, mercy, Lord have mercy.
We're not in the northern right? The bathroom break. I didn't take a bathroom break, I would have fluid it on myself. That was a joke. There should be some LOLs out there. Fluid it on myself. That's a good one right there. Realist, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here, fool. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That was a bathroom break. The little boy's room. But yeah, shit. What the fuck was we talking about?
Shit, we're gonna touch on a few different things. The
Yeah,
last,
we did.
um,
Bro, have you noticed that the more the channels that have that, like the big channels, you notice they do the fucking most to keep their subscription?
oh yeah, they be putting their stuff. They kind of like be burying their channel too, cause right? I think we were just talking about this the other night. Some of them channels they started out doing a certain type of content to like get everybody to start watching them and shit like that. So
Mm.
they put themselves in a corner. So if they wanted to switch the content or do something slightly different, them numbers and shit, that shit will start falling. It's gonna start going away. So they end up turning up the heat. At least that's probably for like 50% or 40% of the people on here. But yeah, you're right.
I find it to be any channel that has a particular uh like they average like 1K, 2K views or some shit like that, maybe 5,000 subs. They do everything, man. They saw their mama for a view. Hit the cash app. Hit the cash app.
That's all they be
Everything, man.
saying. That's all they be
Dude,
saying.
DT, what's going on, my bro? Shout out to Austria, man. That's my bro right there, man. I keep trying to get my bro right here, man, DT, man, to make some content, man. He got a cool accent, though. Cold ass accent. But yeah, I don't understand it, man. Like, do people not know that a lot of this shit, the web is forever? Like a lot of shit that you're doing on this shit, people are gonna potentially look up or some shit, maybe even employer. I mean, look at Kim Kardashian's child when she was viewing the whole porn thing with Ray J and shit. Bitch, what did you think was gonna happen in the future?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you think was gonna happen, man? I mean, everything has um certain ramifications, certain things that can negatively harm you in the process. And that's why it's always vital for you to think, you know what I mean, on what you're doing, upon what you're doing. Um, I think a lot of times, like we were saying earlier about logic and reaction and just moving off, sexual energy and just reactions and shit versus thinking. Because us as men, we typically we we want to think about shit. We're gonna think about the step before we just step, right? I know I do. I feel like fuck. I'm thinking about the steps I take when I'm taking them on the street, right? So when you see a lot of the things that are happening to these men and these people that are just not thinking, it just it's like, dude, we all have to go through that process at some point to get older, to get our adult minds. And I feel like a lot of people don't really want to apply that. A lot of men don't know how to apply that, man. And I feel like that you have to go through some things to achieve your manhood. You have to go through a lot of shit, whether it's street shit, whether it's school shit, whether it's military shit. You go
Mm-hmm.
through shit. You go through shit that grooms you as a man. For me, it was street shit. I didn't do military because I knew the military wasn't for me. I knew I wasn't cut out for that shit. But I come from the hood. You know what I mean? I can't help where I was born at. I come from the hood. So all of the things and the trials and tribulations that I went through there and dealing with, oh, good night. Night night, Selena. I appreciate you being here, beloved. Thank you. Selena, y'all sub to Selena, man. She was holding down the motherfucking chat all motherfucking night, man. Appreciate you, beloved. Um, all men go through trials and tribulations will build them, which build character over time. And then as you get older and you become you you get in your manhood. And I feel like a lot of men or a lot of these boys really haven't been through a lot of that shit. Like I said, like we was just saying, 22 coming into 45 million. How do you really do that? You know? You still there, Rose?
Yeah, hold on, bro. I'm over here multitasking. Give me like
Oh no, no,
5 seconds.
oh yeah, you good, bro. But yeah, all men got their trials and tribulations will build them and will build them over time, and you just see a lot of that shit. Just a lot of these dudes, you can tell they ain't really was, raised, around sturdy uncles or even fathers or any sturdy kind of, role model that taught them the game and taught them how to do shit and how to maneuver and shit. That's why you typically see a lot of these dudes thinking with the dick and not thinking logically. Because I had uncles that were like, "Hey man, you strap up, use condoms, use rubbers, all that shit." You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of these young boys, they're not getting that game, and it's super unfortunate because they need that talk. A lot of them need that talk.
Yeah, yeah. You out here wilding, man. I mean, like I didn't like my pops wasn't like in my life like that, but I still, from a man's perspective, I still learned, what was right and wrong and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Only reason I bring that up because like the stigma for like black men not having a father in their life. Half the time, most of the time, they go down a fucked up path and shit like that. But I was one of the lucky ones. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have like my dad like that. I mean, I knew who my dad was, of course, but a lot of my role models came from OGs and then my uncles. because I had a few uncles and shit, and my uncle showed me how to put a tie on, how to shave, all that shit. So um, it's always imperative and important that a young melanated man has an older melanated person, gentleman, in their life to teach them these things, teach them how to talk to a woman correctly, and the mother vice versa, or auntie or grandma, or whatever, to teach the woman how to be a woman. You know what I mean? Because you trying to discover these things by yourself, you're gonna end up like a lot of these dudes fucking these models or getting these models pregnant.
Mhm.
Whatever the fuck, whatever kind of models they are. I don't know what the fuck kind of model they are, G model is, but uh, a model nonetheless, they call them. But uh, you will never see a brother at a certain age with a certain amount of game and just impregnate women like that.
Right.
Just, you know what I mean? Like a 30-year-old brother is not gonna be fucking like, oh, I got like 10, 20 kids. No, because you reached a point of maturity where you can handle this money and you can handle the amount of women that are coming towards you. But a young kid, a
Mm,
young buck that's, a young whippersnapper that, wet behind the ears, you feel me, that
mm.
they're not gonna listen. Then a lot of these kids, they know everything according to them. So they don't even want to listen to you anyway.
That's a fact. Yeah, man.
That's right. That's right. Word, like they'll send you into the wilderness and shit. You come back a man. That's right, man. That's damn. That's damn sure word. And I think we got to start doing that rite of passage shit now, man. You know, to get these boys, ready for manhood, man. Because impregnating everything is not really. That's
That ain't the
any.
way.
It's not, man. Because clearly he didn't even want to be a father. And in the text messages, he said, "Abort this shit." So that tell me right there he ain't even ready for adult shit, but he's having adult situations. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you would think what would tell him or one of his folks, his family would be like, "Hey, wrap your dick up, wrap it
Something.
up." You know what I mean? Something. You know what I mean? My uncle was telling me that. Shit, my grandma was telling me that. Use condoms. She wasn't saying wrap the D up, but she was saying use protection. Use condoms whenever you
Right.
have sexual intercourse. Like for real. My grandma OG, man. She straight born and raised in Oakland, man. She is an OG, man, and she know how the world is, man. She knew how how this generation is. She know how my generation was. So she was like, wear condoms. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I still live by that shit, man. And that's why I endorse it. You know what I mean? I think safe sex should be the only sex. Cause it's not pleasurable, but unless you know or unless you're married, my safe bet would just be magnums, man. Brothers buy magnums. Sisters, make sure you have magnums in your purse for that man, so that man will be protected and you be protected as well. I don't know what the female protection method is. I think birth control is the method, but definitely if you don't want to fuck up your body chemistry and the makeup, the bio makeup of your shit, because I think it like makes women break out or does something to them cycles or whatever the case may be. Um, make sure that that man has a magnum and you have a magnum for that, because we're all sexual beings, so we can't sit here and act like we're not fucking. I hate
Right.
that shit. I don't give a
That's
fuck. You eat. Go ahead, bro.
nah, I was just about to say that, like when it
Mhm.
comes to like, even though I don't have no kids, but I know what approaches I would be taking because it's like this. We all was teenagers, youngins at some point, whether your parents taught you or not, that's gonna start entering your mind. You going to school, you seeing these little girls your age developing and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that thought is not far away. So you might as well tell them to, to have the talk with them and tell them to use protection. You know what I'm saying? Prepare them or whatever.
Um, the sister Taik says, "What does a single mother do with a son who father doesn't want him and doesn't have males around him? What do y'all suggest?" That is a good question. Um, I mean, I've had strong male figures in my life, so from me, but I had them from different platforms and different avenues. So it wasn't just my family tree, it wasn't just my family branch. I had a lot of OGs. See, my OGs at my time, they actually would like take your ass to school and then they'll give you a hand five and maybe $1. So those were people that you can look up to. And then I caught myself talking to them more as I got older and realized like, damn, these are like the elders of the neighborhood. Bring your child around barbershops. Bring your child into sports. Organized sports is a great fucking place to get disciplined as a man and get all kinds of shit, all kinds of life lessons. Everything that I've learned was from sports, like the dedication to something, the what's the sportsmanship, patience. I learned from sports because in sports you have to be all those things. You have to be dedicated. You have to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be my advice to you, sister. I mean, I know it ain't, Dr. Phil shit, but I mean, but definitely get your child and or whoever's child it is, get them in sports immediately because they learn how to interact with other people and not be poor sports and throw temper tantrums. You're going to learn to respect the next opponent, the next person that you're playing. You're going to learn that man is going to learn, that boy is going to learn a lot of manly life lessons playing sports. Or
That's a fact.
I, I hate this choice, the military. So I got those a couple of choices. So get them in the barbershop. Um, Encourage him to talk to the old folks. Anything that he need to know. He need to learn about hygiene, how to clean himself, shave. He need to the women, the mothers and the aunties. Make sure that he knows what type of woman to look for, though. What type of woman he knows to spend his time with, his money with, and all that, and his energy with, by you exhibiting that. That's where that expression, I believe, comes from, where men like their mom or some shit date women that's like their mom. I mean, you want a woman to be feminine and all of these traits. It doesn't necessarily mean that you want your mom. You just want a woman to be at the highest at their femininity, however you achieve that. You know what I mean? Whether it's you're alleviating bills, um, making sure she doesn't have to worry about bills or whatever the fucking case may be. You just want a woman at the highest femininity. It doesn't have anything to do with your mother or anything like that. Your mother is just one that cooks, and that's the first sign of a decent woman that you see. A good woman. I wouldn't even say decent. My mom's real good. You know,
Yeah, that's
but
a first example right there.
that's your examples, right? And as a man, when a woman says that she's a daddy's girl, that's because she's seen like a John Henry type of. Is it Mark? Yeah, I think it's John Henry, the brother with the hammer. Real strong brother that will protect her, read her stories at night, make her feel secure. So she's gonna seek that too when she get older. She's like, I want that brother because he swings a hammer. He's gonna protect me, and those things like her father.
Yeah.
Hopefully that worked. Hopefully, I mean, I'm not Dr. Phil, like I said.
Nah, what you said was pretty spot on. It was pretty spot on, though, man. Um, Real quick, I just remembered this when you brought up the military, right? I remember them
Mhm.
fools. They tried to get me one time. I think I was like, I want to say 17 or 18. I don't know how the hell they found where I was living. They came, you know what I'm saying? Obviously at that time living with my mom's, right? So it's like they come to the damn door when I wasn't there and they left a car, the military car. I don't know how these fools found me, bro. But I think they ended up coming back. They circled the body. They was really trying to get me to join this shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To this day, I don't know how the fuck them fools found me, bro. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, I couldn't do the military, man. They sent me one of those, those cards for war or whatever when I was 18. And I'm the only man in my family, so I'm the only, male or whatever that my parents produce. So I think you gotta have like multiple males at the time for that army shit. This was probably like I don't know, early 2000s and shit. So I was like, hell no, you know what I mean? Like I'm my mom's only son, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. So and she didn't even want that. So um I wouldn't you gotta do what fits you. If the army looks like the navy, any of that, if it looks like it fits you, do it. You know what I mean? I already could tell you that I'm not cut out for the army. I'm good off that. I'm real good off that. Nothing about the army was tempting. The only thing about the army was tempting was the three hots and a cot. You get fed and you have somewhere to sleep. You feel me?
I actually did have to give it some thought too after the fact, because I was having a conversation with somebody and it was like, it sounded good for a minute, but then it's like we talking about something that you really got to commit to. We talking about a whole different lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? But anybody that feel like they cut out for it, give it a shot, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's not, the army, whatever, the military, whatever you want to call it, that shit just seemed like it's real cutthroatish. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Like it will breed boys to men. Like you will come out on some man shit when you got the army or the navy, whichever one. Um, I just don't believe in myself in that process. I don't think I would make it. I don't think my personality was bred like that. But I try to help people in different ways. I appreciate the services that the military do. I think I'm best suited doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Just trying to keep people on the right path, trying to keep myself on the right path, keep my family on the right path and shit like that. We're all destined for different shit.
Definitely. Everybody got their own walk, for sure.
That's for real. Watermelon, what's going on with you, beloved?
Yeah, it was good with everybody in the chat, man.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. Real shit.
Listen,
Appreciate all that shit.
you know me. I'm saying I don't get on panels, but I'm saying like my bro Word been trying to get me on the panel for a minute now. I'm spontaneous. I'm very spontaneous. I will never be able to tell somebody, listen, on this day or that day, I'm gonna get on your panel. I gotta be feeling it. I really, it's a spur of the moment thing. When I seen you go live, it was just, what I mean, it just took me back to like a different time, like a year and something ago. And I'm like, this the homie right here. You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's good vibes, man. It's like I wish all of YouTube was like that. You know what I mean? I wish everybody could get along, and I wish everybody could be peaceful, and everybody wasn't seeking something on YouTube because it seems like these days people are seeking shit and looking for something, whether it's money or attention. If people would just remove that and just get on here and just have fun and enjoy themselves, I think you'll see a huge change with YouTube. You'll see this shit. This shit used to be fun, man. This shit
Yeah,
used to be real fun, man. YouTube used to be real fun,
yeah.
especially when I got on it. First time I got on it.
Just different energy, different vibes, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, it's bound to change. Probably another year from now, it'll be changing. 2024, every day there's somebody, is like a group of different people who come on here, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, like, that really was a different time. Like, I don't know. shit happens. You know what I'm saying? People that we knew, they don't be on here like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm very specific about who I interact with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you. You know, I'm supporting all that shit. But this this
Yeah,
app is this app is very oppy at times too. You know what I mean?
it is too, man. I feel like that too. I feel like I'm always a little hesitant, you know, to frequent on with some people's channels and kind of like you got to watch from a treehouse and shit. And
Hmm.
it's super unfortunate because I think we should all be able to get along as adults and have conversation like adults and just chill. You know what I mean? Like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to find chill, cool spots that's like that without it being drama or it being somebody seeking a certain amount of attention, fame, clout, all that shit, man. Like I like shit like this. I like settings like this. This is a very intimate setting. It's only a few people
Hmm.
in here. And all these people I could vouch for, they all real. Like I said, the homie Word, her beloved Watermelon, check her out. Beloved Golden Black, check her out. Everybody have dope ass talent, and it's just unfortunate that we get overlooked. And be even realist, man. If y'all in the battle rap and shit, man, God bless RE, man. She loved Realist channel. She was one, for my one of my peoples that love
Yeah.
realist shit. So rest in peace and my condolences to
Definitely. Definitely.
RE's family, man. She was always like, man, I'm so glad that Dome introduced me to realist shit, man. She loved that battle rap shit. And if we all can, and it's all love. You know what I mean? To me, it's like fuck. I encourage everybody, man. That's why I always let people plug their shit up to every show, whatever the fucking case may be, because I love seeing my peoples interact with other people, and then they become your people. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
uh, it was all love, man. Shit, she RE had him modded up as soon as he came in there.
Yeah, she
You know what I
did.
mean?
She definitely
So
did, man.
she feel me. So it's like we all um fuck with we all like certain different a little something different. You know what I mean? And that's why I always say it's always good to reach out, man. Some people like that, some people like that, some people like this. That's why I always encourage people to interact with each other, man, and check people's shit out. You feel me? And everybody in here, man, is valid, man. They all have good shit. I would love for everybody to be acquainted with each other and definitely check everybody's shit out.
Yeah, man. Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. But I'm about to get ready to wrap this shit up, man. My neighbors just going crazy, man. They loud as fuck. Uh, any last words, man? You want to talk about anything? Sum up everything that we talked about, G.
I'm gonna just leave it off like this. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who, you know, anybody who support the bro for sure. You know what I'm saying? Say the same things I always tell people, act accordingly, appreciate every day, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like every breath you take, that's a blessing on its own. I don't think people realize that, man. Going into 2024, there's some people that we left behind. You know what I'm saying? Like RIP to my uncle. Like some people know I bring that up sometimes, but I just say that to say you gotta appreciate even the smallest shit. Yeah, people don't really understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
But
when did your uncle pass away, bro?
this was a couple months back, bro. He had a heart attack.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I'm sorry to hear about that,
Yeah.
bro.
But the worst part about that type of situation, bro, when somebody has a heart attack, right? Like they tell you that person, if they're unconscious for more than like I think they said 7 minutes. If they're unconscious for more than like 7 minutes, then they're basically already gone at that point. Because that is guilt on the family. Because it's like, yo, like somebody could have been there, somebody could have saved that man's life. How the fuck we let that happen like that? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I just say, like I said, everybody, man. Condolences to anybody who lost anybody or whatever. But just
Man,
appreciate anything, man.
my condolences to you. And then once again, man, I know RE family probably ain't don't know me or whatnot, but man, my condolences to RE family, man. I always wanted to do on the Bay Area show for her because I know she, I was putting her up on a lot of new Bay shit that's coming out, man. But I kind of just really thought about it, and I just really I respect their family too much and shit. Like, I know it's a lot of people that hate Ari. I know it's a lot of people that feel how they feel. That's okay for you to feel how you feel, man. Me
Right, right.
personally, I gave what I give what I get. And Ari's always been good to me, so I've always been good to her. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? But my heart and my condolences to her. To if her family ever comes by this and shit like that. And if anybody want to come up and say anything, I'm leave the channel open for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. You want to tell them what you got going on, Realist? Battle rapper, shit like that.
Yeah. Well, everybody who rock with me, they already know, what I'm saying? I've been doing the battle rap shit. Sometimes I just talk like hip hop in general. Um, I made it known to a few people that 2024, I'm probably gonna start doing more lives or whatever. I started getting that itch, you know what I'm saying? Like I said the other day, I started like reposting like old joints that was in the vault. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get back on that time or whatever. I'm the type of person once I fall out of like something like doing lives, like I gotta be all the way with it. Like I lost the interest for that a long ass time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't be up here right now. But um, yeah, I battle rap, hip hop, or whatever. I'm gonna start shooting, firing up the lives 2024. Shout out to anybody who support, and shout out to anybody that rock with me, anybody that rock with don't. There's a lot of ignorant, you know what I'm saying, shady, shiesty, oppy individuals on the app. It's nothing wrong with the app. It's just some of the people that be on here. So when you come across dope people, definitely try to embrace that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And I come across I believe Shalina and the word from you. So, definitely you hang out with some pretty cool people, some decent solid people. You know what I mean? So that's what it's about, man. Like I said, ain't nobody gonna come up. I'm gonna wrap it up. I want everybody to sub up to each other, check everybody's shit out, man, and comment. Don't just watch, engage with people. And let's try to be peaceful for next year, man. Let's bring some peace in next year. Let's have some more fun. It's fun time, man. I want to enjoy melanated people, man. I'm tired of fighting with my own people.
Yeah, pointless
You know?
shit. You know what I'm saying? Shit that don't go nowhere. No type of end game. Like ain't nobody making out from engaging in that way. It just goes on, and it's like there really ain't no purpose to this shit.
Yeah, I want to grow next year. Business, more money.
Hmm.
That's it, man. Oh, next year I want to have fun, man. We gonna bring in next year, man. Have some dope shows, some dope lives, and we gonna have fun next year, man. I'm not in this shit for the fame, man. I do what I want to do on my channel. And if you like it, you like it. If not, just unsub, man. Don't bring no negativity to my shit.
Right, right, right.
Block, all that shit, man. We gonna have fun, and I want people to enjoy themselves. I don't want women to be comfortable, and I want the brothers to want to be over here. You know what I mean? And hanging out with us and having these talks. These conversations. Everybody should feel comfortable over here. You know what I mean? And
For sure.
that's what having fun should be about, man. The comfortability and enjoying yourself.
Yeah, man. I always prefer the smaller, more intimate, smaller settings like this than a bunch of people in the chat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's not the quantity, but it's more the quality. That's just me.
Exactly, man. All these people, man, they always show up and show love, man. And I love Everybody, man, that come through, man, because these my peoples right here. Some is your people. Shit, they all your people. We all each other peoples. We just need to get acquainted. That's all it is. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? But y'all be cool, man. Hit that thumbs up, man, on the replay. I appreciate y'all. Sorry for the background noises and shit, man. My shit is right next to the neighbors and shit. But y'all be good.
Appreciate you,
Have
bro. Always appreciate
definitely.
you for having me, you know what I mean?
Hey, I appreciate you, man. You made this a good show, G. You know what I mean? And everybody have a good night and have a safe night, man. And like I said, man, give me a melanated thumbs up on that replay, man. Thank y'all. And I hope y'all enjoy your night.
Definitely.